Hello and welcome to Indie Advocates Kickstarter Talk, Issue 11. Stand up for your rights, fetish, comedy, autism, life, and your right to party. We're going to explain what all that means when we check out what's live on Kickstarter right now. We're going to be talking about the Libertarian, Kaiju Gods, Fetish Babies Mentor Search, Alter Life Issue 5, Graphic Novel Edition, as well, Tales from the Black Circle, Laugh It Forward, and the Fairfax Comic-Con, as well as we're going to have Speechify, an autism app. We just found out we have permission to carry it on the show, and we're excited to be able to help advocate for that. So we're going to jump right in, and we're going to start with the Libertarian. The Libertarian comic book is a comic book that is it's kind of hard for me to describe because there's not a lot said about it yet because it's in early stages. But with that said, we did get an actual message about it that we're excited to share with you guys. And that is, whether you're from the left, right, or center politically, our intention with this book is to make you think. It's okay to disagree with us. In fact, dissent is good as long as it leads to dialogue. And that's what we want to do. We want to start a discussion. And that's pretty cool. The Libertarian as a comic book is an ambitious project being produced by political commentary website, Facebook, Sarcasm and Liberty. The goal of the book is to create a comic book that shows the fun side. Oops, sorry. I was just checking to make sure we had volume and you guys can hear my voice. The goal of the book is to create a comic book that shows the fun side as well as the serious side of libertarianism. We hope it will be a tool that can help spread libertarian values. The book is being worked on by multiple libertarians, even some that lean further left and some the right. So why are we raising money? Well, for artists, time is money. Many of them rely on commission prices for their livings. So to bring in the talented artists we need for this book, we need to be able to raise money for the commissions fees. So guess what that means? You can participate in some volunteerism. Everything you will give will go directly towards the production of the Libertarian comic book. You can follow us on Twitter at Sarcasm Liberty to keep up to date with the progress. You can find this project by hitting here. It is a GoFundMe project, so it's not a pledge for reward project as of yet. It is more backing them to help them even get to that stage. This is at a very early stage in the product, so they do need some help. We're going to check out Kaiju Gods. Kaiju Gods is a comic anthology of 14 stories, 180 pages, over 40 creators, all original kaiju content. Amazing art in this project. We went very deep into the story on our program Kickstarter, Last Rites. You can check it out for yourself, but for now, let's take a look at Kaiju Gods.
Hey everybody, thank you for taking the time to check out the Kaiju Gods Kickstarter. My name is Alex Madej, the head editor of Kaiju Gods. Kaiju Gods is an upcoming anthology with 14 stories, over 40 creators from all around the world, telling original kaiju tales. The reason I wanted to make this anthology was there's something always exciting about kaiju and giant monsters. And even though the phrase kaiju was only coined like around the time of Godzilla, giant strange monsters have always been a part of storytelling. There's just something about giant strange monsters that show up out of unexplained places, whether it's the ocean or a cave or from space, from religion to ancient times. There's always seems to be these giant strange monsters that are part of stories and lore. And when I think about that, that's just always been a part of humanity and storytelling from all places, all civilizations. That really excites me. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to get a collection of some of the greatest minds and my favorite creators together and see what they could do with the concept of giant monsters. I went out and started talking to all the people I know that I wanted to get involved. And it turned out that a lot of people actually had giant monster stories that they wanted to tell, or kaiju tales. I think kaiju means something different to everybody, from maybe being scary to enjoying just the mystery of a new giant creature and not knowing what it could do next. The thing about a book this size is there's a lot of people involved and it costs a lot of money. This money will go towards print costs and distribution costs to have enough copies for us to bring to cons and sell on our websites and on our stores, and to you for backing us. So we're very proud of this and we want to get this out. Thank you for checking out our video, and I hope you'll be able to back us and enjoy some kaiju with us.
So that is Kaiju Gods, a great comic book that is running out of time, and I do suggest that you share it with a friend who you know loves Godzilla and those types of books and stories. Please don't be shy. Please support these amazing creators. As I said, we did have a bigger coverage of them on our actual show, Kickstarter Last Rites. We do have to move on to our next Kickstarter, which is also running out of time, and it happens to be my Kickstarter, Mentor Search. This is our third date with the readers. Time to get freaky. Barbara isn't looking to be saved. She's looking to be taught. Will Bruce say yes to being her mentor? Can Barbara regain her fetishes? Find out now on Kickstarter. And it is. Hey guys, I'm here at a Comic-Con. I'm on the road. We're talking about Fetish Babies issue 3 already, Mentor Search, coming to Kickstarter right now. Being on the road, I've met a lot of amazing people. It's because of you guys who have backed this project that we're here today. We've already had Fetish Babies become a big hit. We're about to hit the road with Aftermath and Mentor Search. This is, of course, a young woman's journey through the New York City fetish underground. And it is up to you to help us get that third issue out and help us remain on the road at the Comic-Con so I can meet people and I can bring the book to change perspectives of what people think about people who have a fetish. Because thanks to certain movies that are coming out right now, we're looked at in a very bad light right now, and I want to change that. It's all about creating a narrative that explains the humanity in fetish. So join me and let's make a change in the world of fetish and learn about something some of you might not know, and for those who are into it like I am, it'll be something that you really appreciate because we put a lot of energy into it. Thank you for joining us. Now, I've been very silent with this particular project, and a little bit of it was trying something new. I wanted to see how organic it was. The last 3 days are here. Expect to hear a lot more from me. I don't know why your freak flag got messed up on this particular post. I'll have to fix that. But it's a powerful story. Everyone who's read it has loved it. I've gotten hugs for it. I've gotten thanked for writing it. I really would appreciate if you guys had come along with me on this journey and help me change the narrative of what it is to have a fetish in this world. I could talk about it all day, but this show, we try to keep a little faster paced. So there is a lot more in content about this on Kickstarter Last Rite. Let's check out Alter Life. Alter Life, Journey to the End. It's a hardcover graphic novel. In a world of seemingly infinitive realities, Jake is on a quest to find his dead wife and daughter. But nothing is what it seems.
Hello, I'm Caleb Toussaint, the writer and creator of Alter Life. Alter Life is the story of Jake, a man whose tragic life is forever changed when he discovers that he can enter his own parallel existences. Reeling from the loss of his wife and daughter, Jake decides to take his own life and discovers that he cannot die. Again and again, he returns, and every time he does, the world around him is slightly different. With this Kickstarter, we'll be bringing the 5th and final chapter of the series to a single issue for readers that have been following along. But our main focus will be bringing a beautiful hardcover trade edition to current fans and to new readers. This book is going to be a gorgeous hardcover with 160 pages of full color story with some variant artwork that we had done throughout all of the campaigns, conceptual drawings, script to panel breakdowns, as well as a few surprise pinups and some other little bonuses, including a little short that I did for a competition this past year. This also is a story that I've been developing for probably around 13 years. It's an idea that I've just been playing with, and I finally decided to bring it to a comic book a few years ago. And so this is something special. I think it's going to be a beautiful book. It's going to be something that you're going to have and be drawn back to and want to pick up and read over and over again.
So I have called this the Black Mirror comic book. And I don't want to confuse anyone. I'm not saying the Black Mirror has made a comic book or this is part of it. I'm saying this should be part of Black Mirror, and especially if they decide to go the route of making some comic books. But I could see this becoming a live action thing. I have read the first 4 issues, and wow, is it a journey. I definitely suggest you guys to check it out. I know that Caleb is or was in our chat room. I'm not sure if he's still with us. We're going to leave this open currently, and we're going to check out Tales from the Black Circle, now live on Indiegogo. And if Caleb gets back to us, we will tell you what he said.
The comic which you are about to witness is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of Scandinavian youths, in particular Varg Vikernes and his victim Euronymous.
The band, a form of music, they say, has disturbing satanic overtones. It's called black metal music and encourages devil worship and the desecration of churches.
The events within the black metal scene would eventually lead to the discovery of a series of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of Norwegian history. These are the secrets of the Black Circle.
A plan that several people should attack simultaneously all around the country, because they were living all around the country. By burning a church, you pretty well make it clear that somebody disagreeing what this society is all about.
Black metal was underlined by the arrest of Varg Vikernes last year. Known as Count Grishnak, he was charged with the murder of another black metal musician in Oslo. His victim was stabbed 23 times in the assault. Police believe that Oystein Orthed, also known as Euronymous, was fighting with the Count for leadership over a satanic terrorist movement involved in other terrifying crimes.
So now, isn't that crazy? I know you guys are thinking, wow, what was that? That's death metal for you, or black metal, whatever you want to call it. We did get a message from Caleb, so we're going to head back to Alter Life, but definitely check out in the meantime on Indiegogo, Tales from the Black Circle. All right, so Alter Life, here we go. We have a brand new message that says, if we hit 75% by Sunday, everyone gets access to my Patreon exclusive series, Nook. People also get Z1 for free in digital. Wow, Sunday, 75%. See, on this show, we don't tell you how much the Kickstarters are made or haven't made because we want you to be proactive. We want you to want to see these Kickstarters and do it on your own, because you shouldn't be basing what a Kickstarter has made on whether or not you're going to back it. So go back this project and help it get to 75%, but more importantly, help yourself by getting this amazing project today. Fortunately, we do have to move on. We're going to go to Make It Laugh, and here is the trailer.
Hey, hooligans, how are you doing? I'm Sam, and if you're new here, I tell dick jokes for justice. Comedy with a message of hope, whether it's about LGBT rights, race relations, gender equity, economic justice, or a host of other issues. Sometimes people say to me, you can't raise consciousness with dick jokes, and I say, not even the tip? I'm on a mission to tell people why laughter is a moral imperative, especially when times are tough like the last year. If you're not laughing, seriously, what are you doing with your life? What, are you spending all your time avoiding parties so that you can prepare for the apocalypse? Now, I know certain Russian-influenced tangerines make that seem much more likely lately, but, you know, even if it does come, you're going to want to remember that you had fun now. So that's why I'm here on Kickstarter. I have published comics and comedy on woohooligan.com since 2006, and today I've got 2 new books worth of material to produce, and you can get one of the books, or you can get a bunch of other cool rewards down below. Check it out. There are comedy ringtones, there are caricatures, there are sketch cards. Even if you only pledge $1, you're going to get desktop wallpaper, and you'll get to help us decide what's going to be on the covers of these 2 books, because I haven't made covers for them yet. So all of you guys who pledge are going to help me figure that out. And at the higher levels, in addition to the books, we've also got, I can make videos like this for you, or at the $600 level, there's a party at your house. I will fly to your house and spend the day with you doing stand-up, playing improv games, whatever you want to do. We're going to have a great time bashing at your place, having lots of comedy and laughs. And whether you pledge or not, I'm also using this Kickstarter as an opportunity to spotlight some other great comic creators and comedians. So every day I'm going to be having some artist spotlights. So come on back and check them out. There's some great people. They're doing some great work. Have a look at them, see what they're doing. So thank you for coming. Let's have some fun and make the world a better place.
I promise not to make a dick joke. It's going to be hard. All right, so I lied. All right, so that is Laugh It Forward. Here's, you guys know I talked very highly about the Savannah Comic-Con. I really like the Savannah Con. Julius Bear Moore said, I like the different direction and support for others too. Yeah, so do I, man. So do I. Fairfax Comic-Con is brought to you by the same people who did Savannah Comic-Con. And Caleb, you're welcome. As he said, thank you for the support. It's easy to support amazing projects like these. And Fairfax Comic-Con looks like an amazing project. Comic-Con to bring your projects to.
Hi, I'm Mike Federale, and this is the Kickstarter for Fairfax Comic-Con. We want to kickstart the first ever Fairfax Comic-Con at the Dulles Expo Center. We've got enough funds already to put on a small event, but there's already over 9,000 people interested on Facebook and climbing. Say what? So we're asking fans to pledge and help us get all the space we need to put on a 2-day show with today's top comic book creators and special guests. We've already locked in comic book superstars John Cassaday and Jim Chung. Oh, yeah. And for you film and TV fans, we've got Greg Grunberg! From Star Wars, Heroes, Alias, and an all-around incredible dude. Your pledge will help us add to our lineup and get the space we need to allow for more fans to attend. We've got some cool rewards like passes for the show, artist alley tables, vendor booths, but that's just a start. If we hit our stretch goals, we'll open up some really cool stuff, like exclusive prints, top secret comic book, VIP celebrity lunch, and unlock 2 more mystery guests. So take a look at all this cool stuff, and then please be a superhero by pledging today for Fairfax Comic-Con Year 1.
All right. Doesn't it look like an exciting Comic-Con? we are going to definitely be talking more about this Comic-Con because I'm going. That's right. I got the table off Kickstarter. I love Savannah. I can't wait to get to Fairfax. This will be my birthday weekend. Come spend the birthday with me and show me what you're working on as creators. Bring it to me in Dulles, Fairfax, and let me take a look at what you guys are working on. I will see you there. Lastly, tonight we have something a little different than we normally cover, and we're going to be covering this. Like I said, just before the show, we got permission to show this on the show and be able to advocate for it. As a personal note on this, I want everyone to understand that I don't currently think my son Jax is autistic, but he is having trouble finding his words. We're getting him to an auditory specialist. We're getting him to a speech therapist. So we're being proactive. But I do think that this is more ego with him, but I don't know. There's still a chance that he could be on the spectrum of autism. I also know a lot of creators are being affected. As a matter of fact, 1 out of every 68 children now has autism. That's a staggering number. That's over 40% of autistic children, and over 40% of autistic children are nonverbal. There has to be tools to help with that because, I mean, a lot of people are affected by autism, and we have to figure out a way to make it not so scary and not so insurmountable. And I think this is the project for that.
This is Alex. He's 5. Alex has barely spoken a word since he was born. He's one of the millions of kids around the world with autism, apraxia, Down syndrome, or other conditions that inhibit their ability to communicate with others. Introducing Speechify, an app that lets children and adults with delayed or no speech communicate in any language. Speechify is a grid of countless speech cells grouped by categories. Cells can be grouped as parts of speech, types of objects, add, delete, or move cells around the grid, or simply rotate the cells into the center row and press the speak button. I want drink cold milk. Parents, teachers, or therapists can set it up in many different ways. Speechify can help kids like Alex around the world to communicate. Speechify. Speech simplified. For details, please visit www.speechifyinfo.com.
All right. So I really hope that you guys help out. Even donating helps. But if you know someone who is affected by autism and think that this could help them, this is also why I'm bringing it to everybody. Because I do hope that this helps. You guys know that I'm always talking about autism and autism awareness. So this is something that's right up our alley to be supportive of. So that's the show. We're going to go quickly back over using This Week in Indie Comics. Now we're going to switch over, glide over, because I can't get the other word out, the Comic-Con highway stops. But we are going to talk about the back and before they blast off. This is Kickstarter Last Rights, issue 11. On today's show, we had a libertarian comic book and is in need of We the People. We also talked about autism, and one of the ways that we help with autism awareness is to help support R4AU and offer the patches at our table. You can get a patch today online and show your support of autism and autism awareness. Autism awareness is about education and acceptance, educating the public about acceptance of special needs children and their value. Most autistic children and adults don't communicate or socialize the way typical individuals do. Autism awareness, R4AU, attempts to break the barrier and help kids connect. They need a voice, and we give them one. They are our future. And remember that supporting a Kickstarter only takes a single dollar. Any one of the Kickstarters that we showed you today is surely worth $1. So spend $1 today and help show support, attract attention, help fund projects, support indie creators, create new worlds, and show your friends that you believe in the project. If you're looking to make your own project, check out Kickstarter for the Independent Creators, 2nd edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding. Written by Madeline Holly Rising, the amazing creator behind Boston Metaphysical Society. Multi-Larceny has officially funded. We congratulate them on the great campaign that they ran. A Nightmare on Egg Street is just about off of Kickstarter. It only has minutes left as of now. We're probably going to announce on Indie News in just a few minutes that it is funded. You still have time if you want to back out now of this video and go see them, but this is only if you're watching it live. If you're not watching it live, the campaign is over. Kaiju Gods is a comic anthology, 14 stories, 180 pages, over 40 creators, and all original kaiju content. Mentor Search, our third date with readers. Time to get freaky. Barbara isn't looking to be saved. She's looking to be taught. Will Bruce say yes to being her mentor? Can Barb regain her fetishes? It's an amazing story about the humanity behind fetish. Alter Life, Journey to the End, hardcover graphic novel. In a world of seemingly infinitive realities, Jake is on a quest to find his dead wife and daughter, but nothing is what it seems. Tales from the Black Circle is now live on Indiegogo. Check out what happens when black metal or dark metal or death metal, depending on whatever you want to call it, turns sadistic. And make it laugh it forward, comedy and comics to change the world, because punching Nazis is hard, but why can't it also be fun? 2 new comedy comic books and a lifetime of laughter. Fairfax Comic-Con, Comic-Con book creators and celebrities, guests at the Dulles Dulles Expo Center. Check it out. They brought Savannah Comic-Con to life, an amazing event. And check out the Veterans Wife to see how you can support our veterans today. We'd like to end all of our programs by asking you to check out their site or their Facebook page at Veterans Wife. And we'd like to thank all the veterans. We truly appreciate your service. We'd like to give an extra special thank you to the veterans that don't want to be recognized. The silent, stoic veterans, for all the horrors they've seen in war, is to them nothing to be thanked for. They don't put it out there for the world to know, for they are truly struggling, for they are now battling their own war here at home. You're not alone. You're loved and appreciated, and you'll always be our hero, even if you refuse the title. Thank you for tuning in to Kickstarter Talk. We'll be back next week with hopefully some new Kickstarters to talk about. Until then, remember to back any one of these Kickstarters. It only takes $1. And if you want your Kickstarter covered by us, just reach out to us at indieadvocates@yahoo.com.